I just thought this was really this is just good writing.
Okay.
I'm not bi, I'm a mom.
I know. I loved that. And I'm like, I almost just said, and the way she said it, it was literally me. Oh my God. Oh,
but I love that. I love that.
God.
I love being outside of the work and you can appreciate it with fresh eyes. That's so special, actually.
It is, because sometimes you walk stuff back and you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
But to be like, that was good. That was just clean.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Hey, it's Peyton.
And Hunter.
And this is Let Me Say This from Higher Ground.
And here's what we're talking about today, Spider-Mna, brand new day. But before anything, we have D'Arcy Carden with us from The Good Place and Peacock's 5-Star Weekend.
And like, let's say this. That's a sister. That's our sister.
And I love her down.
When her titties came out, I said, oh, we go together.
She took it out.
She took it out. She took it there. And that's why we love and respect her. All right, get into it. We got to get into it.
Okay, so we ask everyone who comes on the show, do you consider yourself a lover or a hater?
Lover.
Say more.
Okay.
Yes, and zoom in on that, by the way.
I am like optimistic. I'm glass half full. I have a hard time making people like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a thought. Okay. I did this show with the wonderful Sherry Cola called Wild Vacation Rentals. It was a HGTV show where we had to like go to different Airbnbs and say if they were good or bad. I couldn't say one negative thing about any of these houses. And some of them smelled bad. Like some of them I would not want to stay in. It's like, I can't, I'm a lover. Like the idea of somebody who owns one of these homes watching HGTV and being like, or she said she liked it to my face and now, puts me in a grave.
Yeah.
So that's just like one thing that just popped in my head. But I think I'm a lover to a fault.
Okay.
I love that about you.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to, because I just imagine Hunter entering a home that she didn't like, or there's one small thing that resonated where she was like, nope.
No, because when we did Interior Motives, I was very nice.
Well, that's because people were gay and she had to be an ally. That is why.
I am an ally by choice, always.
But now I'm going to dig a little deeper.
Okay, go.
I could hate behind closed doors.
Oh, so
right?
You're publicly a lover, privately total cunt.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to talk shit.
Yeah.
But I would walk, I don't know why I'm stuck on this HGTV thing, but like walk into a home and be like, eh. And then when the camera started, I'd be like, here's all the things that I actually liked about it, which weren't lies. But I have a hard time. I'm going to let the HGTV thing go.
That's okay.
In many ways. But just, I think always looking for like the positive.
Quick, crazy pivot, which is I was watching an interview where you were talking about how like bits is like a second language.
Yes.
To me, a bit is a love language.
Yes, totally. Have you thought about this before?
Wow. Everyone's clapping in the room.
Oh, I can hear it.
Everyone's clapping. Let's hold for applause.
We'll take the sound out.
Yeah.
Because it's actually too much.
Because we went to Emerson College.
Bleep it. Bleep it out, please.
So,
Beeperson
College. A town for bits.
Yeah.
And I actually feel like it is another and deeper and more specific version of an inside joke.
Yes, totally. And also not everybody can do bits or the same kind of bits. And not that like can make or break, but when you do speak the same bit language, it is like an invisible wave.
Invisible string.
An invisible string. Is that what that means?
No.
Okay. That's what she's. I can see Taylor doing some bits.
No, I mean,
no. No,
What?
Sorry. No, that one speech she gave when she was like trying to do bits and it was all in the wrong cadence. She was like holding for applause. No one knew that she was doing a bit.
Maybe they took the applause out like we just did. We just did that.
Nope.
Okay.
We actually just did that. Literally, that happened. Taylor Swift, I'm with you on some things, but I thought it was so like romantic the way you said that, and I was like, oh, it does make me feel deeply tethered to another person when they can yes and my absolute bullshit.
Yes,
especially when it's bad.
Like that in a way that's like that's chemistry or like clack or whatever where you and again it doesn't have to be like this for you to feel chemistry or like someone, but there is just something that like takes it up a level.
Yeah.
And it is like romantic and exciting and you just feel like a certain invisible string.
Wait, was that the first love though?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, like theater in general.
Okay,
Right.
okay,
So
okay.
like theater, went to school for theater, like the
Theater.
classics, like straight theater. And then moved here to do theater and then sort of like literally saw an improv show and it was like punched me in the face.
Oh, wow.
It really was like instant, like where I had never seen it before. And it was a good show. And I really was like, and there I will be, signed up for class the next day.
Yeah.
Excuse me if I've said this before, but I think it's just kind of funny. It was so long ago that it was like, you'd have to like, there wasn't even an online, whatever. You had to go into the place and hand them your check and your sign up form. And the intern behind the desk was Donald Glover.
Oh,
That's how
wow.
long ago this was.
Wait, I love that.
I know.
That's so like creative community.
Yeah,
I know.
totally.
Well, you
certain
came up with, I
day.
feel like with like
Yeah.
all the people that you're seeing now, you guys all collectively came up together.
It's so
like
wild.
UCB.
It's so actually beautiful and insane.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really like, and it kind of was like the point of improv was to like lift each other up, right? Like I love and have so much respect for stand-up, but that's not really the point of that, right? It's a little bit like, well, I don't want to talk shit about stand-up, but it's like about yourself, right?
okay.
You can.
Yeah.
And I have a show August
where?
31st at Union Hall if you want to go.
But I love it. I love it. I love it. And I couldn't do it. Like I'm not even, I like, it's beyond me. I love watching it. I'm a huge, my Aura ring loves it.
ASMR podcast.
Yeah. Sisters, Aura sisters. But there is something about like the ethos, never used that word before, of, is it right? Of improv. Is it right? Sure.
It felt right. It doesn't even matter. Sometimes I use words just because of like
Just
the
because
vibe of it.
and you're like, don't
The
double check
feeling.
that. I don't rewind. Is to like, to like rise together, to lift each other up, to like make each other look like geniuses. It's just, it is cool to look around good old Hollywood and see my buddies.
Yeah, no, actually, like to creatively collaborate over a course of time and like see how much you evolve and change,
And how
also
much someone else does too.
Yes,
Like that's so cool.
College buddies?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
right? This is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're threading a needle of friendship, which
Individual
brings us
string.
to 5-star weekend.
Oh, yeah.
She's
We
so
go
good
there.
at that. She's so good at being like, I'm gonna take this to the point. I love no.
God, that was amazing.
Yeah, I'll give her flowers.
Thank you so much. Okay, so tell us about getting involved in this show. Did you audition? What was that like?
I auditioned. I was the last to audition. So the cast was set. I had read about it and had the feeling of like, oh, I can't wait to watch this. What a cast, you know? And then the audition came my way. Oh yeah, I had even put a friend on tape for a different role. Like I really was aware of this show. And the audition came my way and I like was looking at the dates and I was like, damn, this is in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like who dropped out?
Oh, wow.
Still don't know. And which is fine, which is great. My win or whatever, my gain. But yeah, so had a few auditions and a few like callbacks and then like the day that it came to the day that they were like, you got it, it was like, and this afternoon you have to go and meet the cast. Like it was that fast.
Okay, wow.
But
Yeah.
do you like when stuff is that fast? 'Cause
I kind of do.
When stuff like when it's slow and so, then I overthink. I get in my own head, and then I psych myself
Totally.
into it and out of it. And when it's like fast, it's like okay, I don't have any time to overthink.
Yeah.
My first instinct is right.
I
and that-
agree.
and especially as someone who comes from improv,
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
just like, here we go.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I had that thought too, where I was like, this is, maybe I like this better. Yeah. So, and it was really fun. And I mean, the beginning, like it was like, well, the whole thing. I like,
In the beginning.
I mean, the beginning was fun.
yeah.
No, it was such a fun way to start. It was, I remember that first day, it was truly like, and you got it. And at 1:00 you need to be at this address. And it was a lunch with the director and the actresses. And I had never met any of them, which is also rare. Actually, I had never met any of them and nobody had met each other. Like this was like,
wow.
none of them had worked together before. A little bit of like meeting because they were,
That actually doesn't shock me if I think because we talked about 5-Star Weekend last episode before this one will come out.
can't wait to listen. Unless you talk shit and then I just won't.
Yeah, actually we were like, fuck that show. You should come on, babe. No.
Gotcha.
Could you imagine? But we were just like, oh, like I love the pairing of all of these
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
From like people we're big fans of in totally different
ways,
Yeah,
right? Almost like
so
not
well
in the
done.
same universe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, you know, not to like toot our own horns, toot, but I feel like watching it and doing it, but I was like, oh, this is working.
Yeah.
Like to see Jen and Chloe together, never seen them together before. They exist in like different worlds.
Yeah.
And them playing
New
like,
York and no,
yeah,
I have no
exactly.
idea where
But
that
kind of,
goes.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. But seeing them play like old childhood best friends that have like drifted apart. It like works so well to me.
Yeah.
And I just like loved their dynamic
Yeah.
as actors together.
We were talking about Regina Hall and Chloe as like college best friend and childhood
Yes.
best friend, and how like that. In my head, I would almost like cast it the opposite way, but it works even better
Right.
in this way. Because like, as saying Regina's like the high-powered,
Right.
like knows her shit friend, and then Chloe's like
Chloe.
the local normie, but it's like she's not local.
We
she's
know
local
she's
to
not.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York City.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
cool space,
we
local
know
too.
she's hot.
Right.
But
she really like.
but when she's smoking, I'm like, there she is.
Me
There's
too.
the woman I know.
Me too. Just the way she like lights it, the way she sucks it in. I know.
She's off book on smoking a
She
cigarette.
is. I know she is. But I loved her in this role.
Yeah.
And she loved it too. Like I know she really like dug into it, and it wasn't a role she had really played before, typically plays.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was so
She's on quite a tear. Like now that I'm thinking about it, with this, the new Bonjour Tristesse, like, is that how you say that?
I don't know, it
It's
sounded
French,
right.
I speak
girl.
Spanish, so
yeah.
that's
And how much Spanish?
find out.
Oui.
Oui, oui. Oui, oui, bonjour.
Voila. Okay, I'll stop.
Well, I was gonna say I have to bring to the space. I was cracking up at Chloe holding a phone wallet case. I said they had to make her. That's the only way to make her regular.
Totally.
It's like a phone wallet case that
There's
my
like-
mom has.
Yes, that's so funny. There's like board meetings where they're like, it's not working. She is not regular. What do we do? What's the prop? What's the costume? How do we make
They
her
found
regular?
it.
Yeah.
God, she's so fucking cool.
Are you big on girls trips in general?
Yeah, I think I am. Like I've been on a few that have been great.
Yeah.
I've also been on like, sometimes you think of the bad things. Maybe I am a hater.
It always comes out at the end.
Cut the cameras. You're like,
But like things can go wrong. You can like when I think of I don't know, I'm thinking of like a girls trip that I was so excited for, which ultimately was a great girls trip, but you see like sides of people that maybe you wouldn't see in normal life.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Knowing how someone travels,
Yes.
personal.
It's so
it is
Personal
a Rubicon
and
that you don't
I
want to
really
cross
I can like
sometimes.
I mean
yeah.
without naming a single name, I definitely remember being like, and we're done. Like not like just to myself, like watching the way she worked. I was like,
Yeah.
this says too much.
My least favorite person, like in a group dynamic, is the person who's like always doing a side quest, who's always like trying to like make her own plan, do
Totally.
their own thing. I'm like, no,
I'm different. Yeah.
No, sorry,
Yeah.
we're all actually the
Today
reservation's
I'm
for
gonna
6,
go.
so we're all 6 going.
Yes.
But that's just me.
No, I know what you mean.
Something about me.
Or the person that's like, oh, just early hike, 7 a.m. I'm
Yeah.
like, don't tell someone that. Just sneak out the
do it.
house if you're gonna do it.
It's so much
because you know
cooler.
what you're making us feel bad, or someone has to be like, fine, I'll go. I don't want to go.
I want to sleep until 9. I'm on vacation.
I love when I was on a bachelorette trip once. We're like, okay, like 8 a.m. hike. And then we all got so fucked up the night before. The bride was like, so no, actually.
Good.
So we're actually just going to order breakfast burritos.
That's
and like,
what
I
I'll
would
be
say.
hungover together.
I love that. I love like a gentle plan for a trip, especially when it's like not just you and your person. If it's like a group trip,
Yeah, yeah.
a gentle plan where we have some things to do, but if we bailed, if the group bails, it's not the end of the world. You know?
Yeah. I love putting way too high of an expectation on a trip. I'm like, oh, this is gonna change my
I
life. I'm gonna be
know.
different. I can live here now.
I
Very
know.
that.
I know.
I was for Kayla, one of my best friends, her birthday. We all like really did. It was like every beautiful black girls everywhere, as far as I could see, in all white on a little boat. Everyone seasick. Everyone throwing up everywhere. It was like we took before photos where we
That's
all.
great,
it
though.
was fucked.
Wait,
up.
did you make this into a TikTok? I think I remember you
so
like
funny.
horizontal
holding on to
boat.
the? It was treacherous.
That is so funny.
But like that's a memory you'll have forever.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
I will not forget, unfortunately.
Oh God.
Yeah, harrowing.
Now I'm
but-
like remembering too many trips like that, where like
Yeah.
just somebody doing a little bit too many drugs or a little
Yeah,
bit too
of
much booze and just kind of like ruining the whole thing. Like this is
vibe.
going to be the night, and then
Yeah.
you're like, we got to go to the emergency room.
Yeah, unfortunately, this one was all natural, by the way. It was just God given by the
That's
the
true.
waves
The
of
waves.
the ocean.
Right, you
But
overdosed on waves.
I did. I'm going somewhere so random, but I was thinking about it, which is, I'm not going to elaborate, but for some reason I thought you were from Canada.
Ooh, wait, I've heard that before.
I didn't realize you weren't Canadian. Like, had conversations with people where I like stood. I'm a tourist, so I'm stubborn. So I
Yeah.
like told someone, I was like, no, she's fully Canadian.
And are you
Source her own brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Eh?
no idea.
But
Truly
wait,
no
are
idea.
you Bay Area or is your mom?
My mom
Me? Well, I follow you on Instagram. Chill.
He said, go ahead and be normal.
Yeah.
Actually.
You've been doing some digging on me. You literally put it out there every day.
You said chill. Okay, stop. Be normal. Okay.
I love a woman's work. This is awesome. But my mom's from the Bay Area.
Yes.
Love the Bay.
Me too.
Didn't
I'm
realize you were
from-
from. I didn't realize you were from the Bay.
Yeah.
And the Bay is having such a big moment right now.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about like Alyssa Liu.
Okay, yes.
Ice Skating Win.
Love.
Ryan Coogler.
Yes, you're right.
Zendaya, always.
Always.
Like, I just was like, oh, I feel like a lot of D'Arcy Carden, baby. Yeah.
My mom works at a college where Ryan Coogler went, and actually, like, he references it a lot. Where,
Yeah, wait, he always talks
this
about that one
particular
professor.
teacher,
Yeah.
who my mom is like buds with, and she's like, she has been talking about him forever,
Yeah.
and it like is very real.
Oh, I love that.
Amazing. And your mom lives in.
Well, now she's back in LA, actually, but she grew up in Oakland.
Yeah.
Went to Skyline.
Yeah, so I think my cousins went to Skyline.
But a lot of bad bitches did.
Yeah.
And I don't even know your cousins,
Yeah,
but I know them
they
in
are.
a way.
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks went to Skyline.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when I remember Tom Hanks is from Oakland, I'm like, Chet Hanks, yes.
Yeah, right,
Makes a lot of
right,
sense.
right.
And you know what else? Chet Hanks, Leo.
Interesting. Is his birthday today?
No, it's actually the same day as Barack Obama's, August 4th.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was scrolling on Instagram and I followed Rita Wilson and she wished him happy birthday.
She let you know. Oh yeah, I guess I saw that too.
Wait, what are you? What's your name?
I'm Cap.
Capricorn.
January 4th.
Oh.
Which, I'm not like deep into astrology, but sometimes when I say I'm Capricorn, people are like, of course you are. And sometimes they're like, not at all. So I don't know. What is that? Like determined, hardworking?
I always think about this like,
What is it?
What is it?
Determined,
No, I mean,
hardworking,
like
sexy, cool, young? I don't know. What's
It's like no one's ever been younger, just like hot. Yeah. Just like,
no, I love that.
No,
my
but
first
yeah.
thought was like, so close to January 6th. Wow.
oh yeah, that's true. But for so much of my life, that didn't even matter.
And now it's changed everything for you. actually.
Everything. I say the 4th, people say the 6th. Yeah.
And now to skip the 5th always.
Yeah.
the 4th. No.
Yeah. Oh, remember that day?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, no, but what's Capricorn like?
Well, I based that solely because you were like, I don't like to plan, and that feels very Capricorn.
Yeah.
A little Virgo-y, but
Yeah.
like Capricorns are, I think, out of all the earth signs, Taurus.
May?
Oh God.
Sorry.
April.
Okay.
Thank you.
April
I
27th.
thought we were friends.
Is that right?
24th.
April 25th. Okay.
But again, one more time. No. But they're just like the most hard-headed out of all the earth signs who are very hard-headed. Anyway, I've gone somewhere gay.
I was going to say lesbian.
Well,
yeah.
let's keep going.
Let's
keep
perfect
gay.
transition. Wait, go with your line that you talked about last week. She loves
The
this.
one. I was like, what are you talking about? But
She loves this.
I just thought this was really this is just good writing.
Okay.
I'm not bi, I'm a mom.
I know. I loved that. And I mean, also, I'm like, I almost just said, and the way she said it, it was literally me. Oh my God. Oh,
but I love that. I love that. I love being outside of the work and you
Yeah,
appreciate it with fresh eyes. That's so special, actually.
It is,
More
because
people should
sometimes
be
you
able to
walk
do
stuff
that.
back and you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
But to be like, that was good. That was just
I
clean.
guess I don't even mean if it was good or bad. I just mean like I feel like Brooke in that moment was like, couldn't even comprehend.
Yeah.
She's like, that's not possible because of this.
It was the speed in which you said it too, because like, of course, what kind of time do I have to be by?
I already did this thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. What kind
got
of
a full-time job. I'm a
is
parent.
so real.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I got a messy husband and a kid. Like, I can't do that.
Two freaking boys.
Oh yeah, you're hard to be
Twins.
by in that
Yeah,
household.
yeah.
Or easy, depending on how you look at it. But I just want to talk about this character and coming into Brooke and like, I guess maybe even preparing for her in some kind of way. You play her so well, by the way.
you.
It's so fun to watch you as like a closeted bisexual sort of Stepford wife. Like, it's fab.
That's great. Thank you. I like, there's something about Brooke when I got you. Okay, you get the little sides, you read it for an audition. And the way it works for me is I'm either like, I understand this or I don't. It's like I either understand this and this is going to be easy, or I don't and I'm going to fake it. Not to spill my acting secrets, but when I was like, I know her.
Yeah.
I know this woman so well. Like I've met her. Parts of me are her. Like I just know her, or like secret, dark, insecure parts. Like I just really understand this woman, and like. I'm going to show you who she is, meaning to the people I was auditioning for. And truly, like, if it's not right, then I don't know her. Does that make sense? I'm like, because this is who she is. So sometimes acting is hard and sometimes acting is easy. And for this, not that, I don't mean it was like a breeze. It's just like finding her was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also feel very different from her. I don't feel like I was playing myself kind of at all.
Yeah.
No, she seems very different from you.
Yeah.
And she seems like someone who's almost hyper aware of like acting out her life in a way. Like like trying to slot herself into something.
Yes,
exactly.
right. And it just is so wrong. It feels so wrong. Like every right move she makes is like wrong.
Yeah, the clothes, it all feels like such a performance. The big hats, like all of that, which I thought was that you play really well.
Thanks. Thank you. I mean, I like love her. I like want to protect her a little bit. That's an interesting thing is like, like I wanted to like do right by her because I want to like protect her. That's so funny. That's such a weird thing because she ain't real.
No, but I think I kind of don't trust when actors are like, oh, I know I'm playing a terrible person.
Yeah.
I was reading Jeremy Strong on Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm like, but part of the job is like to find the humanity in anyone because otherwise, like, what are you? You're just like mimicking something that feels like so false.
Totally. Yeah.
So no, I think that makes sense.
It felt like there was a little razzle dazzle of Janet in there too.
Yeah. Like a little bit of like trying to please.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't call her robotic, but I do think that there was kind of like so there's a role I'm playing in
like almost a literal way of thinking.
Yeah.
Like how can I meet this need or
I have to like
expectation?
follow this particular. Yeah. That's you guys. Good job. You see it. You get it. You get it.
Well, went to Emerson College. So
B%. And then, you know, like, I didn't really know what the tone was going to be like. And again, I came into it so last minute. I like read my scripts. I read the book. I was like trying to do it all. And then like get on set with these women. Like literally day one, we're sitting at this table, this literal table. We flew it in for this. And that's nice of you guys to do that. But just like seeing how it was so fun to like see, they're just so good. These actors are so good. And sometimes I have to kind of like almost like smack myself and be like, you're here. Like this is, you really are, I don't know. The way Jen would drop into, she can't not go all the way. The thing about Jen Garner, we love her so much. We've seen her for so long. We know her personality. You sometimes forget that she is such a fucking fantastic actor.
Yeah.
She is so good. And she's so tapped in. She cannot do it halfway. She had like a lot of emotional shit in this show, and she can't like fake it.
Yeah.
Much to like her dismay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's inspiring. And I would kind of like get lost in her.
Oh,
you know?
I would too.
Yeah.
Me at home on my couch.
Truly. I'm like, sometimes especially when it was like close scenes, I'm like looking at her face and I have to be like, but dude, you're on camera.
But I think it also works with the characters too. Because
I think so
Hollis
too.
is such like a nucleus of so many people's like admiration, respect, whatever. And then for her to kind of hold all of that and still try to perform this idea of perfection, I think really like it plays on camera. It really works.
It really worked. Yeah. I agree.
I mean, you've now worked with two of my favorite Hollywood Jennifers.
Here we go.
And also, I don't know if you know this, but Shotgun Wedding fucks.
It does.
It's such a good
It's so fun.
movie. We're doing like a Jennifer Lopez section.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, it's one of my favorite J-Lo movies.
That's so, it does
so
fuck.
kooky. I love it. Yeah.
You know what's funny is that like group text with all of the love in the world, not with J-Lo. She's not on the group text.
She's busy.
I wish
She's
she
busy.
was. But like the rest of the cast, it pops off to this day.
Really?
Yes. It's very sweet. It's like.
Where were you guys filming? Because it must have been
the Dominican.
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
In the Dominican, like a year into COVID. So it was like the first thing, it was like the first stranger I had met during, literally like the first new people I had met.
Yeah.
Like the first flight you took.
Yes.
Yeah.
First flight, first like meal I had eaten with anyone other than my husband, first everything.
Yeah.
So, and for everybody. So it was like we all like lived together in a big house and we really bonded hard.
With J-Lo?
J-Lo lived in a castle down the beach. But everybody else, Lenny Kravitz.
I was like, oh my God. Like, she's changed.
I know.
Like, I
star producer, like she had to do her own thing, which was right. But like,
which was right.
Yeah. But like Lenny Kravitz and Cheech and Jennifer Coolidge and Sonia Braga and like all these people, we like lived in this, I say house, but I mean like the biggest beach house with, I mean, it was beyond, but it was really, it was unreal. And to have that kind of be my first like social experience a year into COVID was I think we just like bonded really hard.
Oh,
it's really cute.
Wow.
I love that.
That's always what I like imagine. Like I would hope that is what happens.
I don't think it always does.
Yeah.
No, I know. But that's so special. And that it was during COVID makes it feel like this weird sort of like in between time too.
Yeah, it was.
A girls trip in some ways.
In some ways, kind of, yes. We were kind of girls tripping. And then, okay, like a year ago, my Jason, husband, and I went to see Lenny Kravitz at a show, a rock show.
Heard
and
of it?
And we in the show was incredible rock god. And because he's Lenny Kravitz, I'm always a little bit like, will he remember me? Like a little bit like, what, you know. And we went backstage after, and he wouldn't like let anyone else in. He just like wanted to talk about Shotgun Wedding for like 30 minutes. You know, he just wanted to, because it was so special.
I love that.
And he wanted to kind of be like, wasn't that special?
Yeah.
It was really cute. Oh, it was really, really
This
cute.
is a stretch that kind of reminds me of the way, it's a little different because obviously Lenny Kravitz was in the movie.
Yeah.
But do you remember how Prince was obsessed with New Girl?
Yes.
Like that's like
Yes.
what it, like that
had
was
to
a
be on
parallel
it.
I drew.
That's great.
Yes, to be like, I like this show so much. Write
I
me
want
in.
to be on it. Yes, you will write me on it. Yeah.
And that's on ADHD. Sorry.
I'm with you.
One of my notes to myself being like, Sarah Bareilles, because you guys kind of
We
look
look
alike.
alike. We've talked about, we should play, we've actually
You guys
discussed
look
this.
alike.
Yeah, we do.
Sister,
Obviously, so I mean,
Sister,
she
sister.
is Voice of an Angel. Oh my
Voice
God,
of an
like,
Angel.
It's crazy.
I'm not gonna
Gravity.
do a love song.
And when everyone found out that like that was like a fuck you to
Yes.
Imagine, they're like,
Yes.
Sarah Bareilles.
What a voice.
Flips the table.
I
Yeah.
know, I
You
know.
guys are cousins to me.
We do. We were sort of like DMing for a while, and then we ran into each other, and we were like finally face to face.
So
Same
crazy.
face to same face.
It has nothing to do with
I know, I love that. I love that.
the 5-star weekend or any
I mean, I do-
actual question. It was just note to self.
Kate Berland and I have discussed like figuring out something where like Kate, Catherine Hahn, Sarah Bareilles, and I could play sisters.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a few more in there. Catherine Keener, Maya, Rudolph. Like we all sort of have the same face.
Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't not look like Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, no, I've seen
know?
Luke.
No,
It's my
it
mom's
really-
favorite
yeah.
show, by the way. My
Profile.
mom
I really
loves
see
Luke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's so crazy. I hope someone thinks that about me and Zoe Kravitz.
I think they do. By the way, I think they do.
We got into she was like, I feel like I'm like FKA Twigs. And I was like, FKA Twigs like plays with swords and like flips backward.
But maybe like her cousin.
But her cousin.
Yeah, so odd.
Her
Yeah,
straight little cousin.
Yeah.
Like, put
American
those swords
cousin.
down. Yeah, the kids are coming. Maybe we do a quick like lover hater,
Yeah,
but we
great.
kind of
Okay, how's this?
yeah. You didn't say anything. Yeah.
No.
I love it.
I love it.
I
We're
already
like,
love it.
we're
I already
in.
love it.
We're
I
in.
already
How's
love
this?
it.
We're in.
Okay, Shotgun Wedding.
Yes. Fucks.
Tell us your favorite wedding movie.
Okay. I know it right now.
Ooh, okay.
I really love Four Weddings and a Funeral. When I watched that, young enough but old enough, right? Like, so maybe preteen, where I was kind of like, this is an adult movie.
I
know
think
what I mean?
that is something special.
Okay.
The
Right?
first movie that
Yeah.
you watch that you're like, this is an adult movie,
And
like, I'm an adult
I
for
get it.
having good taste.
Exactly.
That's like me in Chicago.
Right.
in a lot
Oh,
of ways.
cute. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. And
So
I
that I
think,
can understand.
and I think I also maybe was like, Hugh Grant, like, you know, oh my goodness, something. I also like me and my siblings have some British cousins. And I think I grew up like, I love them so much and sort of like idolizing them. And a couple times we'd go to England or they'd come to us. And it was just sort of like the romantic, like I know England or something. So I think I, in particular, had something specific with England growing up where I was like, that's for me. Which I have less now. No shade. Oh, that's so much shade. That's so much shade.
Oh, that's okay.
No beans
It's
and toast for
Yeah,
you?
sorry.
It's okay. They like colonize so many places.
Yeah,
like, you're
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's okay to be
Yeah,
like,
like,
I'm a
learn
little off them now.
You learn a thing or two. But then I also like rewatched it recently for the first time, and I was like, I know this isn't going to work for me, and it did. It still did.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
I don't know.
it doesn't always happen like that.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid of that with like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
where
Mind.
you're like, I don't want to rewatch it.
Yeah,
I know
you're
what
like,
you mean.
what if I don't like
but
it?
Actually, I just rewatched it, and it does.
And it holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it might not hit the same way.
I think it will.
Yeah,
I think it will.
Do you have a favorite wedding movie?
Oh my gosh. Okay, two. I think these are actually the two best movies, romantic comedies of the 90s.
I'm so excited.
My Best Friend's Wedding,
Okay.
of course, and The Best Man.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think somewhere
yeah.
between them,
Yeah.
like perfect wedding movie.
Yeah.
It has everything you could ever want.
Yes, you're right.
Both of them, like the friendship dynamic, as well as like the drama of the day.
Yeah.
And the scene where Dermot Mulroney sucks the ring off of Julia Roberts' finger
hottest thing in the world.
is like absolute
It's the hottest thing.
erotic
You're
in
young
a
enough to be
way
like,
that like
It is insane. Name,
we don't make movies like that
name
anymore.
a hotter moment in any movie ever.
It's just so outrageous. And also,
Like maybe J-Lo and George Clooney like at the table in Out of Sight before they like have sex.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's not sucking a freaking ring off a finger.
And she's like so like girlish and like sort of pitiful in that moment. She's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I love girlish and pitiful.
Do you have a favorite wedding?
Monster-in-Law.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's a movie about a lesbian relationship.
Yeah.
That's what that is for me. It's also just like the best dynamic between Jane fucking Fonda and
totally.
J-Lo.
Who was the guy in that? Was that Matthew McConaughey or is that the other guy?
I don't think it was
No,
Matthew McConaughey.
was Made in Manhattan.
But who?
No, that wasn't him.
wait.
You're thinking of Failure to Launch.
Wedding
yes. Wait.
planner.
Okay, no, I think it's another guy. I think it's like that one guy who's Never Been Kissed, maybe.
Okay, wait, hold on. We're going to
But
do
it's not
this.
even about him, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
His name is... Fuck. He was also an Alias with
Yes,
Sean
yeah.
Connery.
Oh my God,
What is his name?
We're going to get it.
Again, phones
see
is
his
probably
face
so like
so
Me too.
clearly.
Michael Vartan.
Yes, yeah. Oh. Wait, incredible.
What?
A high five.
Incredible.
I'm not gonna. That was a
This
little
is
weak.
sweet.
too.
No.
That's so
I just
crazy.
like that was a good one. Nice. It was a little like don't like, lean back into it. Don't me. Shoulders back, titties up. Okay, we high five.
Yeah.
Thank you, D'Arcy Carden,
you,
so
D'Arcy.
much for coming on. Like
That's all the time we have.
God, a perfect episode. No notes. This was great. Like,
Thank you for having me.
Incredible. I'm so
I love
happy we
Mean
thought
Girls
about
this time
Michael
of year.
Vartan's name.
Yes, me too. That's
so
what we needed.
special.
That was actually like the
only thing
code
we
word
keep in.
to wrap this up.
this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Okay, we've recommended BetterHelp to you guys before, but I think now it's time for us to actually point to the proof.
The feedback from people who've actually used it speaks for itself. BetterHelp has an average live therapy session rating of 4.9 out of 5, and that's based on 1.7 million reviews.
That's not a small sample size. And with more than 6 million people using BetterHelp globally, there's a lot of consistency in why people keep coming back. It works.
The therapists are legit, at least 3 years and 1,000 hours of hands-on experience, plus all the right education and certifications across different mental health specialties.
Getting started is so simple. Just answer a few questions, you're matched based on your need, and if you're not vibing with your therapist, you can easily switch up.
But don't just listen to us. Go see the reviews, see what stands out, and decide if BetterHelp is right for you.
Visit betterhelp.com/lemme.
That's BETTERHELP.com/lemme. Does anyone else feel like August is the Sunday of summer? It's that bittersweet pause before the autumn rush.
Fall is coming, I know, and I need to do a major closet reset this season, and Quince has really been a lifesaver for me.
Okay, Hunter, I have to ask, what Quince piece are you always reaching for?
Their t-shirts, they are so soft, so breathable. I mean, they are like heavy rotation in my dresser right now. My Quince t-shirts are so good and exceeded my expectations.
You know, they always do. Quince makes ultra soft organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored beautifully to take you from, your morning meetings all the way to dinner. And it's all priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Why? Because they work directly with ethical factories. No middleman, no markups.
And it's not just clothes. They have bedding, kitchen staples, even furniture. A couple years ago, everyone in my family got for Christmas a Quince cashmere blanket. It was the best gift.
So before summer ends, upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/lemme.
Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too.
That's QUINCE.com/lemme. Okay, Hunter, I have to ask, how was writing and reading the foreword for Hinge's No Ordinary Love audiobook? I listened and I gagged.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Before I really get into it though, Hinge's No Ordinary Love audiobook is about 5 real couples who met on Hinge and all the risks they took in daring to share how they felt when they first started dating. Last year, I wrote about the couple Leah and Olaf on No Ordinary Love, and they just got married this summer. This year, Hinge asked me back to write and narrate the foreword, and it really got me thinking a lot about what I'm looking for in dating, how open I am, and reading these stories about people being so forthright in their relationships really inspired me.
The listeners know that I've known you for a very very long time, but I learned something new about you in the forward. You talked about your own fear of vulnerability, and it made me see you in a totally new way, in a good way.
That's what I love about it. These aren't fairy tales. They're real stories about real couples who took a risk and it paid off. It's something for the lover girls out there.
This episode is sponsored by Hinge. Listen to the 5 incredible love stories about 5 real couples who took a risk. The No Ordinary Love audiobook is free on Spotify. Okay, now we legally have to talk about Spider-Mna.
Brand new day.
Brand new day. And it is a brand new day. Hallelujah. Everything hallelujah. That was wrong. Actually, that was like... Anyway, I will say everyone I talked to was like, Peyton, you have to see this. It's so good. And I wasn't a Tom Holland... I'm not a big Spider-Man person. That's not my like Marvel franchise of choice. Yeah.
Who do you like? Doctor Strange?
Yeah, that's the alternative.
You tell me.
Well, we'll talk about it later, but X-Men, Loki probably made me gay, but also probably made me bi, and we'll get into that later as well. But
God did both of those things.
He did. He worked overtime. But yeah, I wasn't ever really a bit, I mean, I guess maybe the first one with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, but this one might be one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. Even though I've only seen a few of them.
I was about to say, maybe. So I don't know. That's a very high bar to clear.
Thank you.
But, okay, so quick synopsis.
Yeah.
4 years after No Way Home, a fully isolated Peter Parker works full-time as Spider-Man. While tracking down crimes alongside the NYPD, Peter suffers from strange physical strains with his spidey senses, clock it, taking over. He battles the Department of Damage Control, been there, and a grief-stricken telepathic antagonist, starring Tom Holland, Zendaya, Sadie Sink, and John Bernthal. And one thing that I want to say, don't know why he had to wipe people's memories. Can't remember exactly how that happened or why that happened. I just went with it. I said, same. Okay, totally.
Yes, and that is what we did there. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, Spider-Man, brand new day, love or hater?
Mostly love. Mostly love.
Okay. That's okay. Tell me more.
Okay, I really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I also think Spider-Man is the best Marvel character.
Right, you love that.
I do. What can I say? It's like, battling two worlds. He's just a boy from Queens, but then also he is a superhero. It's like he has to do homework still. I think it's like perfect. However, this one felt very long to me. More than once, I was like, girl, obviously the Department of Damage Control is bad. Okay, we gotta move along. I don't know why the Hulk is here. Like, we have to get this show on the road. That being said, all of the scenes between Tom Holland and Zendaya, love. Tom Holland and the friend group, loved. The sort of isolation story, loved. However, I almost want to say that it over-indexed a little bit into like the loneliness, because what I really like about Spider-Man, especially in like this era of Marvel superhero, even like the DC stuff, is that Spider-Man isn't so like gloom and doom. He actually does have fun, and the moments of him like connecting with his friends really moved me, and that is my favorite part.
Yeah, and so you felt like a little bit robbed of that.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much. Okay, we get it. He like has no friends. He lives in an attic. Yeah, he is
work-life balance, you guys. It's really important.
Yeah, and even the thing about like his spidey senses taking over and like eyes going black, like arachnid, is that what they're called? Arachnid?
You're asking the wrong girl, and you know that.
I think that's what spiders are called. Anyway, I was like, don't need it. I don't know why we have that whole thing about him like we don't need a metaphor for the work-life balance. We get it.
Yeah, but I do think, I mean, I did feel that it was kind of long, literally, right? Wasn't it 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
There were definitely, I feel like we got a little bit of a director's cut, which like, that didn't bother me though as much as I thought it would, because you had mentioned, you're like, girl, it's long, like get ready. And I did feel a little bit like wiggling in my seat, but I didn't mind it, I think. Like I actually, I'm going to get to the annoying thing that I'm going to say. I'm going to softball into it. First things first, God, Zendaya plays the marketing demographic so well, 18 to 24. She just really does. I love seeing her in that age range. I think they aged her perfectly too, from film to film. Like, I think that it's all subtle. Do you know what I mean? Like, even just the way she does her hair, her eyebrows. And I thought that was a really nice taste. Another thing I really loved, the choreography from the jumpers. Like Sadie Sink's a Jean Grey character, how she jumps from person to person.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a dance background dream to be like, and bought my fall. Like, glamorous. Sorry. Is that a review of a movie that I have? Absolutely. That's what I bring to the space.
No, you know what? I agree with that. That one black teen who she like jumped into when they're on the sidewalk talking.
Oh, yeah.
Loved that actor. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like, I hope low-key this is the villain because he is really good.
Wait, quick pause. Also, how do you say his name? Tremel Tillman?
Yeah.
I love him. I love him as a villain. I love when a villain is sexy. Keep villain sexy. I didn't know who Frank was. Did we know? Were we supposed to know? Oh.
I don't really know what the Punisher's whole deal is, but what I do know is that John Bernthal has a Bluetooth in his ear and he's going to handle it. He's on his way.
No, he's on his
Half
Zoom.
of his scenes were literally him in his van.
Yeah.
With the Bluetooth in his ear being like, damn, Spider-Man.
I'm on my way.
Like, truly, you're in a crisis,
like,
I'm on my way. Super nanny. He said, and I'm bringing the guns.
Because he's
Spider-Man's
grown too.
like, don't kill anyone, don't shoot anyone. He's like, I'm going to handle however it needs to be handled.
That's lucky us.
And I saw it for him. I loved that. I loved it.
I also, something I really appreciate in Tom Holland's Spider-Man is I love that he has such boyish charm. He's really good in this role.
See, that's the whole charm of Spider-Man.
I see it. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make Spider-Man my favorite character, but I do see it, and I really appreciate it in Tom Holland. Yeah. And I love a boy who can dance. I love a boy who can flip, Benson Boone. But I think Tom Holland is just like, he put a little cruise on it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing a lot of his own stunts and like.
Oh, I was just watching like Cruise. You meant okay? Yeah.
He's putting a little cruise on it. Oh, you're not off book on Tom. I call him Cruise. But here's my main annoying take.
Yeah.
And you can't react. You just have to be nice. It's a Monday.
Now I'm nervous. Okay, Lord have mercy. You know the weekend I've had.
I know that's true. Spider-Man, brand new home day. Spider-Man, brand new day. Mm-hmm. Is a movie about parts work. Are we hip to parts work?
Is that the internal family systems?
IFS, of course. Yeah. So basically, it's like him shaming parts of him instead of bringing them, letting them express themselves and talking to them kindly when they've been told to be small or they've been told that they're bad. Mm-hmm. And who decides what's good and what's bad? And I said, this is the work. This, Peter Parker, is doing the work. And I thought that was so beautiful. Was it corny AF when he was like, his eyes go black and then they go white and he's like, are you a good guy or a bad guy? Or are you Spider-Man or Peter Parker? And he goes, I'm both. I said, and that's how Sue sees it.
Well,
loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
I totally.
The body keeps a score, and that's what I learned over and over again watching that movie. But I really, really liked it. Liked it more than I thought I would. I think I've only watched like one other Spider-Man movie before. Something that I do think is funny, though, is has there never been a race reveal joke about Spider-Man before?
What do you mean?
Just the fact that like when someone lifts his mask, no one's like,
you're white?
You're from Queens.
It's actually pronounced Wyatt.
I just was like, no one, like Zendaya, you're seeing this person for the first time. Again, we all like allegedly know Spider-Man is from Queens. You got the whole bulletin board in your damn, roommate's room. But you lift it up and it's a white boy and no one says anything. I guess he could be like a white passing Puerto Rican or something. But like, I'm just like, Queens is a largely like Asian or like Latino demographic, and no one ever says anything about it. And I think it's so funny.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Well, I guess we got the black one now, the animated one.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I've never thought about that.
Well, privilege. Got her.
Excuse me.
Yeah, cut to last episode where I'm like, so I'm white.
Cut to 5 seconds ago. What did you lay your edges with?
That's private. Literally, that's private. Don't do that. And don't say DM me. Don't do it. Curious what you thought about Sadie Sink in this role as Jean Grey.
Liked her. I like Sadie Sink. I really have nothing. I'm not a Stranger Things person, so I only know her from that Taylor Swift music video and John Proctor is the villain. And
perfect play.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. Eventually I was like, okay, we gotta get to this. We have to. I wanted a lot more of her story to be like front loaded. I feel like we spent too much time like her jumping and trying to figure out like what's going on.
Yes.
And that was the part that really felt so long to me, where it's like we should be able to put this together a little bit faster. I do want to say shout out Florence Pugh. I loved her in this. I think we spent too much time in like her office is a bathhouse.
Hot tub. Yeah.
Yeah. That took a bit too long. But overall, she just really is a good actor.
Yeah.
Like
Sadie Sink?
No, I was talking about Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh, both of them. Yeah.
Sadie Sink, yeah, too. But I just love Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Did you read that? Sorry to cut you off.
No,
did you? I have been seeing on TikTok people suspicious that Zendaya and Florence Pugh don't get along.
Oh, well, I saw some like kind of bullshit TikTok edit about like Zendaya watching Florence Pugh give Tom Holland a hug on the red carpet. That like I was like, let that go. Like,
yeah,
I
don't think it's that. I think maybe they seem like very different performers.
And also very different personalities. Yeah. So I can see. Yeah. I don't know what sign Florence Pugh is, but I do know that Zendaya is a Virgo.
Yeah,
and they are, what do we call them? Strict. So you never know. Yeah. Virgos aren't just like gonna get along with everyone. They're like more particular about who they like let in. So exclusive. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm not speculating on that, I guess.
Yeah. I was like, okay, just because you frown at someone once, it means you don't like them. Now, come on.
I just saw in my head a supercut of everyone Hunter is frowned at, and I'm like, well, maybe actually. Okay. Some cases.
What did you think of Sadie?
Well, I find myself just really excited by her career. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm really, out of all the Stranger Kids, her and the black one, again, I didn't watch it, but her and the like black boy that's in it, mm-hmm. I think they're so charming, mm-hmm. and I'm excited to see like how their careers grow. I think she's someone that I think, I hated The Whale, obviously, but...
Oh, didn't see it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking care of yourself. Someone had to. But I think she's a really talented actress who I think is really like hungry and ready to like grow and work harder. But and I think she was well cast as Jean Grey. I feel like I saw like the full lineup announcement of the new X-Men, and I actually think it's pretty well cast.
Yes. So I did learn that Jean Grey is someone from X-Men. So I didn't know that. So that was a big reveal to me after I left the movie.
You're like, why are they just saying her random ass government name? Like,
yeah, I was like, okay. Everyone's like, she's Jean Grey. I was like, Meredith Grey's mom? What does that mean?
Wait, was Jean Grey not like formative for you? Wait, did you like X-Men? Was that like a big...
No, I didn't like X-Men.
I loved X-Men.
I wasn't into it. I didn't understand it. What do you mean? What do you mean blades come out of his hands?
And it hurts every time.
And they go back in. And logistically, that feels... tricky.
They tortured him. They put that into his body. And there's this part.
They put the blades into his body.
And
why?
So because they were like testing on him, it's in like the Wolverine movie.
Was he a mutant? Is he a mutant to begin with?
I don't think so. I think they like turned him mutant or something like that. Like I think he was made to be a weapon at first. You can fact check me if you want. No, I'm kidding. Just tell me. I don't know. I could be wrong. But there is a formative scene. Mm-hmm. Because Jean Grey, girl, she, as you can tell, she's losing it.
Who was Jean Grey in the original?
She's just Jean Grey.
No. I mean, but like, who played her in the original?
Oh,
X-Men?
an actress. I don't know her name.
Okay.
But at one point, Sophie
was
Turner
it Anna
played
Paquin?
her. No, Anna Paquin played the girl that can't touch anybody. Yikes!
Sounds like me.
No, keep that away from me. But there's this scene where Jean Grey is just simply about to like kill everybody. Happens a lot. Mm-hmm. And the only like way she tries to be good, and the only way for her reign of terror to end is for Wolverine to kill her, and Wolverine was in love with her. And right before he kills her, he's like the only one. He's like, she's doing that little storm thing. He's walking through his blades, and then he goes, I love you, and then kills her. And it's like, changed my brain chemistry. It was
You know, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to talk about Mystique. That one scene when Rebecca Romijn, when her skin, blew.
No, but I love me some Mystique. And that's when things got gay.
I was going to say, I was like, am I typecasting her? Am I stereotyping her? No, I know you.
And I feel like low-key your type would be the guy that like the Ray guy, the guy that...
I don't know any of these people. Oh, right. I don't go to Madame Morrible, Professor X University. I don't do that.
Not Madame Morrible.
Is boarding school? I don't get it. Anyway, I want to say, Zendaya, this is maybe the best work I've seen from her.
Yeah.
I really loved the scene of the two of them on the rooftop when it's revealed that she's actually Jean Grey, like jumping into her body. I thought that was like really well done.
That was nasty of Jean too. She got me. I was like, how does that make any sense? But I'm so happy that she remembered. And then I said,
like, this is a bit too fantastical. I'm suspicious.
Dean said, you dumb bitch. You think one kiss gonna bring, what the hell is this? Ever after?
She said, what kind of spell do you think that was? Now, come on.
Yeah. No, she kind of ate that. Sorry. All right. Marry, fuck, kill the 3 Spider-Mans. Mm-hmm. Okay. We've got Tom Holland. Mm-hmm. We've got Andrew Garfield. We have Tobey Maguire.
This is difficult for me. I'm not proud of the woman I am.
That's okay. You're safe here.
I would marry Andrew Garfield. I love me some Andrew Garfield. What can I say?
Yeah.
I would fuck Tobey Maguire.
Once. For the story.
You know what? You're the exact right person to have this confession to.
Do you know what it feels like to be the call that everyone's like, I shouldn't do it, but it's actually starting to weigh on me.
I just want to know what it's like. What can I say?
Yeah.
And I also want to talk to him about Molly's game. That would be that would make really perfect pillow talk. That, you know,
post-sex cigarette. All right.
Tell me about Molly's game. What was it like?
Oh
Michael Cera playing you. Were you offended?
Wait, was it Tobey Maguire that was like recently sharing a vape with Ice Spice? Was that him? That's so random.
Yeah.
Could have been you.
No.
Yeah.
And then I could say, I'd have to kill Tom Holland. And that's fine because he's not my man. And I know Zendaya is strict. He's not my man.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Said with love, he's not for me.
Z Swagger's been like, you better make the right choice. And now they can rest easy.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I'm with you on that.
Okay, for you, fuck, marry, kill, Zendaya, Emma Stone, and Kirsten Dunst.
Now this is hard.
Yeah.
This is actually a hard one. I kill myself. I'm like, I can't make this choice.
I think I know what you're going to say.
I'll let you guess.
Okay,
I'll let you guess. Go for it.
I think you're going to marry Kirsten Dunst, fuck Zendaya, and kill Emma Stone.
No.
Wow, really?
No. Here's the thing. You don't fuck a woman like Zendaya.
You marry her?
You take her home to mother. And you know her and Alicia McKee, they both from the Bay.
I know.
They would really get along. So I think I would marry Zendaya.
Okay.
This is so hard. No woman should die. I will fuck Kirsten Dunst, of course.
Obviously. Okay.
Obviously. Like, that's going to do a lot for my childhood. It's going to heal some things for me. We're going to smoke a cigarette after. It's going to be amazing. In bed, windows shut. Yeah.
Is that not normal?
You would open a window maybe if you're smoking a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay. Not a smoker.
Not in your house. Oh, I was like, oh, you crazy. And then I would have to, like that one meme. It's like, I would have to kill Emma Stone like this. But I thought about marrying her because she would really make me laugh. And got a bucket full of sunshine.
Yeah.
I loved her and Andrew Garfield together too.
Oh my God. When they did that one pep walk and they held up the thing, they're like, enough photos have been taken of us. Donate to these charities. Oh my God.
They were woke with it.
In that era.
So
yeah, I have to say, shout out to the only man not in the movie but on the press tour, La Roche. La Roche. Him saying Timon and Pumbaa, but not saying Timon and Pumbaa on Z-Way's show.
I didn't watch the full thing.
I've just watched the clips. I haven't watched it yet. It was so funny to me. Him being like, I'm wearing tigers because of your culture.
Wait, I only saw when he was like, oh yeah, you can touch my hair, and then touched her hair and was like, yeah, it feels different. And I was like, you are nasty. Literally, you are nasty.
I wish you could hear the way he said Timon and Pumbaa. And it's like, he said Hakuna Matata, or no, he said Hatuna Makata. And it's like, what? Z-Way's like, she's in a Disney movie. Oh my God, he's taking it.